Hi, my name is Ryder Rasmussen, and today I'm going to be reviewing M. Night Shyamalan's newest movie, A Knock at the Cabin. It's been about 3 years since I've done movie reviews here at Westward TV. Like literally right up until the pandemic started, I was doing reviews, and then the pandemic happened and that made it harder to do it. But I'm very excited and happy to be back here and doing more. So yeah, let's get into it. So A Knock at the Cabin follows a family whose vacation is interrupted when a group of strangers break in and take them hostage, and they warn that the apocalypse is coming. And they say the only way to prevent the apocalypse from coming is if this family is willing to sacrifice one of their own. My favorite parts of this movie were Kristen Sway and Dave Bautista, who play the daughter of the family and the leader of the group of strangers respectively. She's only 9, but Sway, her line delivery felt very genuine and natural, and she gave just a really good performance. And it's not like I went in expecting a bad one from her, but I think it's really rare to come across like a child actor whose line delivery is like very convincing and it doesn't sound like it was written by an adult trying to sound like a child, and I was really impressed by that. And after Glass Onion and this, I'd really love to see Dave Bautista show up in more things outside of Guardians of the Galaxy. He does a really good job playing like this gentle giant type character, and you can see throughout the whole thing how much anxiety and guilt he's carrying with him over putting this totally innocent family in this horrible situation, making them decide which of the 3 of them is going to die. But still, like, his number one priority throughout the whole thing is to make sure, like, to empathize with the family and to connect with them on their level. And it made him the most interesting character for me by far, and he definitely stood out. Besides those 2 performances, though, the movie didn't do that much for me. And I remember on the way home from this movie, I had a lot of trouble placing my finger on it and articulating what it was that didn't work for me. But after thinking about it, I think it's just that I didn't get much from the movie that like the trailer didn't already show me. And that's not to say that the trailer showed too much or that it spoiled anything, but it felt like the whole movie was leading up to this family's decision and not much actually happened on the way there. But that's not to say that the movie isn't necessarily worth your time. For instance, I went with my girlfriend and she was entertained throughout the whole thing, and she was especially touched by one scene between the 2 parents. So far this movie's getting mixed reviews, but I think more people will like it than not. And I'm curious to see, like, in the years to come how this ranks among the rest of M. Night Shyamalan's movies. If you're worried about taking a chance on Knock at the Cabin, you can also find M. Night Shyamalan's Signs from 2002 on HBO Max, where it was just added. It sees a family mourning a recent loss and being confronted with an alien invasion and needing to stick together in order to survive it. The closest thing I can compare it to is last year's Nope, which it has like a lot of similarities to. If you watch both of those movies, they are really similar. And I just watched Signs for the first time about a week ago, and I didn't love it, but I definitely liked it way more than Knock at the Cabin, and I think that's definitely worth checking out. Also recently added to HBO Max was the 2 movies Before Sunrise and Before Sunset, which are part of a trilogy, and unfortunately the 3rd movie isn't on HBO Max, which is really sad because I loved these first 2 movies. I just watched these for the first time within the past couple weeks, and they're just really nice, really good comfort movies. They tell the story of this love story of Jesse and Celine, and you get to see how they meet and how they fall in love, and each movie came out like 9 years apart. Like the first one came out in 1995, and then the second one was in 2004, and then the 3rd movie was in 2013. And I can't speak for the 3rd movie, but these first 2 movies, like, it's hard to say like anything even really happens in the movie. You kind of just like follow them on these really long dates, and it's just a series of like monologues and conversations, and it just feels so good to watch. Like I said, there's no real plot in the movie, and that kind of sounds like a bad thing, but the whole appeal is just that you're kind of with them on these dates, and like as much about these characters as they do about each other, and watching them like get to know each other, and like you really like seeing that connection form, and like watching their chemistry and just how good they are with each other. I've never really seen any movies like these before, and I am just like, I cannot wait to watch the 3rd one. I'm probably going to end up just renting it because I don't know if it's coming to any streaming service anytime soon, and I need to know what happens. And before I close out the video, I also want to mention the new HBO series The Last of Us, which is currently only 4 episodes in, as of the time of recording this, is only 4 episodes in out of the 9 total that are going to be in season 1. But they're based on a series of video games by the same name, The Last of Us, and I have been playing these video games for like since 2017, and I've replayed both games so many times, and I am like so in love with them. Like I said, we're only about halfway through the show so far, but it is already like really good. It's not a one-to-one adaptation, and they've changed quite a few things for the sake of making it fit like a TV show format, and also, you know, so that returning fans of the games, you know, will have like a unique and new experience. For me, I think it might just be impossible for the show to beat the games. I think like I've just been playing these games for like 5 years now, and they're pretty perfect to me. So the best part about this show for me is just that more people are gonna get to experience the story. You know, not everybody plays video games, and a lot of people watch TV, and so it makes me so happy to see this so like faithfully and lovingly translated to like a really big popular medium. Even if you think like a post-apocalyptic zombie show isn't going to be your thing, I really recommend that you give the first episode a chance anyway. The zombies aren't even the point of the show. The whole appeal is just that relationship between Ellie and Joel, and watching them grow together, and you know, looking out for one another, and you'll really fall in love with that dynamic. I plan to talk more about the series when the first season wraps up, so for now this is just a quick recommendation, and I just really want anybody and everybody to go watch this show. It is really, really worth your time. And that's all I have for today. Before, when I did these reviews, I would usually just stick to doing like one movie, but especially one like, you know, this video for Knock at the Cabin, where, you know, I didn't really love the movie. You know, I don't want to just like sit and make a whole like 5-minute video about a movie that didn't really work for me. So, which is why I talked about like, you know, those movies I found on HBO Max and The Last of Us. Like, I just want to keep talking about stuff that I'm genuinely interested in and actually enjoy talking about. So sometimes maybe I'll just make a video about one particular movie, but I might also make a video talking about a bunch of different things. So yeah, expect more of these videos to be coming pretty regularly. Like I said, I'm really excited to be back here and doing more reviews, and I will see you all next time. Thanks for watching.